Getting news now that the Wrestling Federation of India has lifted its suspension on Virendra Malik, who was a referee in wrestling bouts at the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. Remember, Virendra Malik had been accused of sexual harassment, but that those charges were later dropped for lack of evidence. Virendra Malik was one of two Indian officials who had been accused of crimes by the Glasgow police during the Commonwealth Games. The other one we reported on just a short while ago, Mr. Mehta, who was the General Secretary of the Indian Olympic Association, was cleared of charges, or rather charges were dropped by a Glasgow court for lack of evidence. Mr. Malik faced charges of sexual harassment. Those charges were also dropped by the Glasgow court for lack of evidence. Mr. Malik was suspended by the Wrestling Federation of India after those charges were framed against him. But then there was an appeal to the Wrestling Federation after the charges were dropped. And as a result, that appeal has now been successful. His suspension has been lifted.